Yo, what's good, YouTube? We're back again with another one, guys. Look, man, if you guys want to see me react more and stuff like that, man, slide on over to the Twitch, man. Check us out over there. We're gonna be live streaming. We game over there, you know what I'm saying? Just normal stuff, game reactions, the stuff that we used to do on this channel, you know what I'm saying? Without a lot of the stream takedowns, you know what I'm saying? But without further ado, man, we're gonna be reacting to the Caroline bug theory. So I hopped on the incognito tab because I remember, god dang, who was it? It was one of these YouTubers, and it was like, man, just go on YouTube one day without signing into anything and just see what you find and stuff like that. So that's what we're doing today, and this just caught my eye. This dropped last year, but why not react to it, man? Let's get into it. I hope you like, comment on it, subscribe to it. Let's get into the video, man.
I'm pretty sure most of you have at the very least heard of the 2009 stop-motion animated classic Coraline. Every time I watch Coraline,
I said Caroline. I remember Coraline.
A sense of appreciation for just how much this film was doing. Obviously, there's the creepiness and the beautiful animation, but there were storytelling elements that went above and beyond what most films cared to incorporate. I say films and not just animated films because that's just the truth. Many have theorized the details within Coraline and what the darker...
Coraline, core theory, darkest movie secrets. Did Coraline really escape? Coraline, why the other mother is not I can't really tell.
The meaning was. It's frustrating to hop into a Coraline video over 10 years after its release and try to say something new. But there is an aspect of the film that I feel hasn't been fully touched on, and that's the use of bugs. Coraline is littered with bugs. A lot of people will immediately think back to the iconic final web scene, but then there's also the bug room, aka the room where the door is. Within that room you got bugs for furniture, bug wallpaper, other mother eats a bug.
Okay, other mother. So that's who she is. That's who it's what it was talking about. The thing, other mother. But that's weird. I can't lie. Like bugs. So she's surrounded by bugs. Bugs is just like a big thing in her life. Most girls, bro, they see bugs, gone. I'm talking full speed out of there.
At one point, but that's not the end of it. In this alternative universe, the dad rides a giant mechanical praying mantis. Coraline's bed has dragonfly decorations on top of it that later come alive. Her bedside table has a praying mantis to hold up her picture frame. There are bugs in the shower. At one point there are mosquitoes. She has a small bug hairpin that is worn consistently throughout the film. Ladies and gentlemen, the only car in the film is a Volkswagen Bug.
Oh my god. That's actually kind of strange. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, that's kind of strange. I can't cap. That's actually kind of strange.
I'm pretty sure adding a Volkswagen Bug was a very subtle way of having some fun with the material. But at the same time, for a film like this that puts in this level of detail, I just know all of this was placed here for a reason. And it was. Starting with the smaller stuff, let's just talk about the dragonflies. There's this blog post from Emmett Brady that goes pretty in-depth.
Let's see, Emmett Brady's World Art Science, Caroline and the Creepy Trio, a fresh look into the etymology of the film and animation. For some reasons, Halloween is a bug lover's delight. From the costumes to folklore to films and TV shows, 6 to 8-legged critters are nearly ambiguous on this most pageant
depth about a lot of this, so I'm
trying to learn these big boy words.
But dragonflies, supposedly in European folklore, are referred to as the devil's darning needles. Upon doing some more research, one article states they were also reputed to
the devil's darning needles, dragonfly. And they were also reputed to set up the mouths of naughty children, hence the devil's darling demons. Oh my god.
Make people blind and deaf, eye pokers, and ear cutters. Which, just saying, is exactly the kinds of acts done in Coraline. It's the core conflict of the film. Another bug used is the praying mantis, used at first as a photo stand, but later turning evil as it functions as a machine used by the dad to attack Coraline. Mantids are usually looked at as harmless creatures. Sometimes people make music about them. They're pretty wise. Just look at Kung Fu Panda. But Coraline turns that idea on its head for the sake of horror, using the trustworthiness of a mantis as a means of control, putting other father in a violent position. Then there are the beetles and the cockroaches, which simultaneously play such a big role and such a small role at the same time. They function as most of the furniture in this bug room, almost like henchmen for Other Mother. Brady's explanation for this is that cockroaches and beetles are often always around, but we don't see them, which I guess is why they make for great furniture replacements. Furniture is also lifeless, giving it a sense of immortality, which lines up with cockroaches and the idea that you can't kill them, which also lines up with Other Mother's intentions of trying to live forever. And lastly, there is, of course,
oh
the
my
spider,
gosh, I ain't gonna lie to you. This man's theories is kind of great. You got some, you know what I'm saying? You got some good idea. I see you got a little brain
kind
on
of
them,
the
boy.
core of this entire thing I'm getting at. Anyone who has seen the movie remembers the web scene, like I mentioned earlier, and that this entire time Other Mother was a spider, or a monster spider, or she's a spider, that's the point. It doesn't take much research to find that the meaning of spiders in folklore is not at all far away from what they are meant to represent in Coraline. On worldbirds.org, it said that spiders in dreams represent fear. Freud believed that dreaming of spiders represents the mother that devours her children, which she does through possessiveness or guilt. When you dream of spiders, you are dreaming of webs, ancient knowledge, language, intricacy, and creativity, the circle of life, transmutation, feminine power, and creation. Keep in mind, Coraline typically encounters Other Mother in this universe when she's dreaming. Is that not exactly what the Other Mother does to Coraline in the film? I also think the other bugs within the story are all working towards the spider, but I feel like this is pretty obvious considering their numerous attempts at harming Coraline and the button eyes that they have. The spider thing is weaved through the entire story, as the opening credits start with her essentially injecting this quote-unquote evil stuffing into the Coraline doll, the way a spider injects poison into its prey, the way Other Mother is only ever seen eating a bug and her plates are consistently empty, the way she lacks the vision the way a spider does, how she uses surroundings as a means of luring rather than emotional attachment. But as usual, I gotta ask why.
So she's a
It's definitely
spider.
cool that there are all these creative ways that the film implemented bugs into the story, but why did they do that? I mean, it's creepy, but there's gotta be a cooler reason than that. I do think bugs are weaved through the story to serve a greater purpose, especially when taking into consideration the devouring mother trope. I don't doubt the core theme of the film is about a mother-daughter relationship, but I think it uses the idea of bugs, prey, and power dynamics as a means of driving that idea home. Coraline is, in a sense, a movie about control. The way a dog owner can still own their dog in the afterlife, the way an abusive relationship and work schedule can own Coraline's father, the way humans take control over animals through banana slug hunting or through circus mice, or even the way humans take control over other humans, using a spider and its easily manipulated prey, the bug, Coraline, as a means of conveying that. There's a small moment in the film that never feels fully
Knows what he's talking about. I gotta tell you, this guy right here knows what he's talking about. He knows a little something. I ain't never seen this, but like, just getting the theory from this is kind of that's some dark junk.
explained or expanded on, but that leaves me with an eerie feeling. It's when Coraline and Wybie are going about their night and stop mid-conversation as they see a bright balloon mysteriously floating through the sky and into the top floor. They drop everything and, without saying a word, follow said balloon as if they're moths wandering towards the light, completely uncontrolled. Which is much more unsettling when you take into consideration that Other Mother is in control of this world, and she likely put that balloon there as soon as Coraline began to question the morality of Wybie's stitchings. All of that happening at the same time really makes it feel
I ain't gonna lie, that breakfast looking kind of scrumptious if you ask me.
like Coraline is the bug in this situation.
She
in
is
a blog
the
post
bug.
by Lottie McGuire, she writes
The
that
animal
in
and
fairy
planet
tales,
animal.
insects are usually called upon to do impossible tasks, similar to how the bugs are treated in the other world.
So you're so in some senses, like, you know, like anime, you know, My Hero Academia, stuff like that. You could consider Deku being the bug because he's the one going against all the different oh my gosh, this dude is insane. This dude, well, he's being the roach or the you know, so because it was talking about how, you know, insects rise above and stuff like that. That's crazy.
Which is true.
That's crazy.
Other
That's
Mother
crazy. That's crazy.
sends
That's
all
crazy.
these
That's crazy.
other bugs out to lure Coraline towards her, and she survives on this control. The only reason she's really alive is from stealing the souls of other children. The same way a spider survives only on control through creating webs and stealing the lives of other bugs. But spiders can't help that, you know? That's just the way they are. We can't fix spiders, which I think is the same case for someone as abusive as Other Mother. Whereas Coraline's real mom is just emotionally neglectful, Other Mother loves Coraline,
what's up, Chloe?
not for Coraline, but for
Welcome
herself
to the stream.
in an
You said run you
insecure,
them reactions.
validating way.
Run
Which is
me my
crazy
follow,
when we
man. I
recall
got
the
you.
beginning where Other Mother refills Coraline with bad stuffing, and that introduces
You on the bus right
another
now? So
horror
y'all did
within
have
the
to
film,
go to school.
that Coraline
Dang.
is inherently her
That
mother.
sucks.
But that's not to say the film doesn't end victorious
Coraline
in
is
some way,
her
as
mother.
Coraline throws the hand down the hole and kills the Other Mother as well as the doll. I think it's also worth quickly mentioning that Coraline's
wow.
real mother is specializing in gardening, which further proves the point that if she's studying or examining bugs and the way they interact or even disrupt her environment, the garden, that's almost the exact same way Other Mother looks at
I know you're ready to go
Coraline as
home.
a disruption or something to be used rather than loved. But to wrap things up, I can admit that there isn't some secret
Golly,
subplot
this
with bugs
dude
that
right
I wish
here,
existed
bro.
within the film, where maybe
Hey man, look man, this dude right here. Big brains, big brains.
the cockroaches have a backstory we don't know about. But I do think bugs are a crucial part of what this film wants to say, that power dynamics within nature, no matter how minuscule, also exist in a form just as violent within households. And that's all I have to say about it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out Coraline and form your own opinion. And before you head out, I want to give a quick
No, we don't want your thank you. But I will give you a like because Mr. Carson, dude. Oh, I can't even like your video, but because I'm not signed in. But dog. I'm not gonna lie, big brain, bro. I never seen this, but we like that. We like that. We like that. We like that a lot.